Splat the Cat and the Hot Shot, based on the creation of Ross Scotton. The word hot shot is another word for expert, someone who's a genius and who's really good at something. So you can call this person a hot shot, an expert, a genius, or a virtuoso. Let's see what he's good at. Splat the Cat and the Hot Shot. Splat was late for Cat Scouts. The troop met at 4 on the dot. Splat threw on his scout scarf. He tried to tie a knot as he shot out of the house. So he's in Cat Scouts. It's another word for, it could be Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts. So he's meeting his troop, and they meet at 4 o'clock. It means 4 on the dot. So he got his scarf and he tried to tie a knot and he shot out of the house. It means he ran out of the house quickly. Splat, you're here, said Mr. Mott, the troop leader. We thought you forgot. Meet our new scout, Scott, said Mr. Mott. Scott looked like one cool cat. So this is the new Cat Scout. Splat, I can help you with your knot, said Scott. Scott ties Splat's knot perfectly. Thanks, Scott, said Splat. So Scott is being helpful. He helped Splat tie a knot. In fact, Scott could tie a lot of knots. Splat could not. Uh-oh, he's feeling pretty sad because Scott is able to do many things. The scouts work on fire building. Scott's fire was good and hot. They're learning how to build a fire. Splat was not. Oh, he couldn't do it. Splat wished he had Scott's scout skills. He wished that he could do it just like Scott. Okay, scouts, said Mr. Mott. Tomorrow is our big hike. Let's plot it out on a map. I've hiked this trail a lot, said Scott. This is a great spot. So tomorrow they're going hiking. They're going to walk and follow this map. And then it says, let's plot it out on a map. It means let's decide where they're going to go walking on this trail. And so Scott said, I have been on this trail many times. Back at home, Splat said, Mom, there's a new scout. He's very cool. His name is Scott. He helped me with my knots. I think he's a hot shot. Splat smiled. I cannot wait to hike with Scott, he said. Remember what the word hot shot means? It means someone who is an expert. So he thinks Scott is an expert at many things. So he can't wait to go hiking with Scott. The next day, Splat got ready. What will Scott bring? He said. Splat did not know, so he packed a lot. When the scout set off on the hike, Splat walked right behind Scott. See, he's walking right behind Scott. Soon it was time to stop for lunch. The scouts got wood for a campfire. Some scouts got twigs, small sticks. Some scouts got rocks. I brought soup, said Mr. Mott. Have you got the cook pot, Scott? So Mr. Mott said, hey, Scott, do you have the pot so we can cook soup? What do you think Scott will say? Scott looked in his pack. Oops, said Scott. I forgot. The other scouts moaned. We can't eat soup without a pot to make it hot, said Plank. Splat stepped forward. I brought a pot, he said. Oh, he's feeling proud because he remembered to pack a pot. He saved the day, didn't he? I also brought some apricots. We can eat them while the soup gets hot. Well done, Splat, said Mr. Mott. On the hike back, Scott led the way. Across the log bridge, Splat trotted along behind him. So you see, Splat has a lot of stuff that he's carrying. He also was prepared that he brought extra snack for everyone. With each step, the log shook. Uh-oh, it's shaking. And there was a slippery spot, and it was starting to rot. Uh-oh, it's going this way and that way. Splat saw it, but Scott did not. He was busy with some bugs, Swat. Look out, Scott, said Splat. Scott was too busy trying to get rid of the insects. He didn't realize there was a slippery spot, very slippery, so he might fall. It was too late. Scott fell into the mud. Everyone tried to help Scott out, but they could not reach far enough. See, he fell down, and nobody can reach down to save him. Luckily, Splat had a rope. He tossed one end right to Scott. Good shot, Splat, said Scott. Well, who came prepared for the hike? Yep, it was Splat. He also got a rope, and he saved Scott. Splat tugged on the rope. He pulled with all his might. He's very strong. The rope started to move. Uh-oh. Scott went up, and Splat went down. Oh, no. Splat fell. What's going to happen? Splat didn't mind the mud. He had helped Scott. The scout rinsed them off. Thanks, Splat, said Scott. I wish I was as prepared as you. Great teamwork, Scouts, said Mr. Mott. And Splat, you are one prepared cat scout. All the things you brought really hit the spot. Why don't you lead us home? Well, the troop leader was very proud of Splat because he was very prepared. He got food, he got the pot, he got extra snacks. He also got the rope to save Scott. So this time, the troop leader said, you are so prepared, Splat. You lead us home. So be the leader. And Splat did. So if you want to be a leader for your class, for your friends, be prepared. So do a little more studying. Do a little more research. Do a little more reading, and you will do well.